So Samantha Markle is back, microphone in hand, outrage on replay, and she's siding with Prince Andrew over her own sister, Meghan Sussex. You couldn't make this stuff up. Here's the sitch. Samantha Markle, Meghan's half-sister, has been stirring the pot once again with her controversial comments. This time, it's all about Prince Andrew and Meghan. Samantha has decided that Andrew, the royal who shelled out millions to settle a scandal that was as public as it gets, is still more royal and respectful than Meghan. Can you believe it? In Samantha's world, Andrew did nothing wrong. His only crime? Not attacking the royal family. Meanwhile, Meghan and Prince Harry, who dared to talk about the rampant racism and media harassment they've experienced, are the villains of this piece. The irony in Samantha's stance is as thick as a London fog. According to Samantha, Andrew, who paid millions in an out-of-court settlement over a very public scandal, is more royal and respectful than her own sister. Samantha's logic: Andrew didn't attack the royal family. Of course not, Samantha. He was too busy being investigated. That's the argument Samantha puts forth, but let's dive deeper into the substance of her claim. Prince Andrew, the man who recently paid millions in a hushed-up, out-of-court settlement following a very public scandal. This is the man Samantha believes to be more royal and respectful than her own sister. Why? Because according to her, Andrew never attacked the royal family. On the other hand, we have Meghan Sussex and Prince Harry. They chose to use their platform to address the issues of racism and media harassment. They dared to speak up, to challenge the status quo, and for this, Samantha labels them as villains. She accuses them of mocking the Queen and violating the Constitution by speaking on politics. Let's get something straight. The US Constitution, the last time we checked, does not prohibit anyone from encouraging people to vote. It does, however, have strict laws against foreign meddling and the spread of misinformation. Perhaps Samantha should bear this in mind before her next public appearance. And the accusation of mocking the Queen while she was dying, it's baseless. If anything, the Sussexes have shown nothing but respect for the Queen. They've praised her repeatedly in public forums and even named their daughter after her nickname. Yet Samantha would have us believe that these are the actions of villains, not of a couple promoting compassion and fairness. Meanwhile, she staunchly defends Prince Andrew, a man who settled a sexual assault case. Is this the gentleman she believes is worth defending? Is this her idea of royal and respectful? In Samantha's tale, the Sussexes, who spoke about compassion and fairness, are the villains, while Andrew, who settled a sexual assault case, is a gentleman worth defending. It's a narrative that defies logic, but then again, this isn't a story about logic. It's a tale of misplaced loyalty, misdirected anger, and misplaced blame. Samantha also accuses Meghan and Harry of violating the Constitution by speaking on politics. Now, this is a claim that certainly deserves some scrutiny. You see, the United States Constitution, the very document Samantha accuses her sister and brother-in-law of violating, is a beacon of freedom of speech. It's a testament to the belief that every individual, regardless of their background or status, has the right to express their views and opinions. Ironically, it is this very principle that Samantha is challenging when she criticizes Meghan and Harry for speaking out. The Constitution does not shackle its citizens, nor does it silence them. Instead, it encourages discourse, fosters dialogue, and champions the exchange of ideas. It does not muzzle its people, royal or otherwise, from speaking on politics. However, what the Constitution does take a firm stand against is the spread of misinformation, a transgression that Samantha herself might be guilty of. The Constitution does not condone the creation and dissemination of false narratives, be it about the Queen, the Sussexes, or any other subject matter. This is a point Samantha might want to ponder upon before she raises her voice in her next interview. In her quest to defend the monarchy, Samantha has, perhaps inadvertently, shed light on the very essence of the Constitution, its unwavering commitment to freedom of speech. It's an irony that seems to be lost on Samantha herself. The Constitution does not discriminate between royals and non-royals, between the privileged and the less fortunate. It is a document that champions the right of all individuals to express their views, even if those views are critical of the monarchy. And this line about mocking the Queen while she was dying? Pure tabloid fiction. Samantha's accusation is not just unfounded, but it also stands in stark contrast to the very principles that the Constitution upholds. It's a claim that seems to be more rooted in personal vendetta than in fact, and one that only serves to further underscore the irony of Samantha's misplaced accusations. The Sussexes praised the Queen repeatedly and even named their daughter after her nickname. Ironically, it's Samantha Markle's unfounded accusations that could be seen as mockery. Meghan and Harry's actions have demonstrated a deep respect for the Queen, a respect that's not confined to mere words, but expressed in their actions. They've shown their affection for the Queen in numerous ways, including naming their daughter Lilibet after her childhood nickname. This is a gesture of immense personal significance, symbolising a bond that extends beyond royal titles and duties. By contrast, Samantha's claims paint a picture so distorted it could only exist in a funhouse mirror. She accuses Meghan and Harry of mocking the Queen, yet it's Samantha who seems to be doing the ridiculing. By reducing the Sussexes' genuine concerns about racism and media harassment to a mere attack on the royal family, she trivialises the very serious issues they've raised. Moreover, Samantha's defence of Andrew is a stark contrast to her criticism of her own sister. Andrew's scandal, which resulted in a multi-million-pound out-of-court settlement, is somehow deemed less offensive than Meghan and Harry's calls for compassion and understanding. It's as if Samantha is living in a world where up is down and right is wrong. But perhaps the most telling aspect of Samantha's claims is the lack of consistency. She defends Andrew's actions while condemning Meghan's, presenting a distorted image of what it means to be royal and respectful. This double standard is not only unfair, but it also undermines the integrity of the royal institution she claims to protect. When Samantha Markle defends Andrew while attacking her sister, it's not loyalty, it's theatre. It's a performance where truth takes a back seat to sensationalism, and where the real villain is not the one being accused, but the one making the accusations. So Samantha Markle stands proudly with Prince Andrew, waving the royal flag while dragging her own sister. Now, isn't that a sight to behold? Let's take a moment to delve into the double standards at play here. Samantha's stance is riddled with irony. She publicly supports Prince Andrew, a man embroiled in scandals that have shaken the very pillars of the monarchy, while she criticises her own sister, Meghan Sussex, for speaking out against injustice and harassment. It's a curious case of misplaced loyalty, isn't it? It's worth noting that Samantha's defence of Andrew is based on the premise that he didn't attack the royal family. Yet one could argue that his actions didn't just attack, but blatantly disrespected the royal institution. On the other hand, Meghan and Harry, who simply voiced their concerns about racism and media harassment, are deemed the villains in Samantha's narrative. This brings us to the crux of the matter. Samantha's attempts to safeguard the royal institution only served to expose its flaws. The monarchy, like any other institution, is not immune to scrutiny. It should be held accountable for its actions. By defending Andrew and attacking Meghan, Samantha only magnifies the monarchy's double standards. It's evident that Samantha's actions are more about family vendetta than family values. She seems more interested in tarnishing her sister's reputation than in standing up for what's right. All the while, she conveniently ignores the fact that Meghan and Harry have repeatedly expressed their respect for the Queen, even going so far as to name their daughter after her. The irony is rich, isn't it? Samantha's attempts to protect the monarchy only serve to highlight its flaws and double standards. It's a classic case of the pot calling the kettle black. In her fervour to uphold the royal flag, Samantha seems to forget that respect is earned, not bestowed by birthright or title. In trying to protect the monarchy, she only exposes its double standards louder than ever. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the ultimate irony of Samantha Markle's stance.